you guys know I love my holidays. We all love our holidays. You know, they're just so much fun to scurry around and get everything pulled together for. But I also love making holidays and other moments special and simple. I'm all about the no-fuss kind of get-togethers as much as anything, because it's a lot of to-do to make every single gathering this huge, fabulous thing. And I really think with a little good planning, you'll be able to pull together a really cool little gathering in a snap. So, you know, Mother's Day is coming. Happy Mother's Day to everybody. And I really hope that this is a simple, lovely idea that maybe you can apply to your world. You know, you may be a mother, so you may not want to do all the wild fuss and everything like that, but your mom or whomever, your friends, whoever you're going to do something like this for will appreciate the little details you go to. And as long as we all remember that the whole reason we're doing this is to pamper somebody else or pamper ourselves, and sometimes in pampering yourself or somebody else, it's just a matter of also remembering to keep things, you know, kind of simple, not too wild and crazy. So I do wonderful little setups like this, little antipasto-like setups. And the reason I do these is, one, I find them to be very easy for me, and everybody seems to like them. When everybody comes to our house, we tend to sort of gather around the island. And if you don't have a kitchen island or something like this, certainly, you know, you could do whatever. Gather it around a table, or if you've got a little bar or something like that, that would be the perfect thing to do. And, you know, what I do is I try to pull together a few little wonderful, tasty tidbits that I feel like everybody's going to want to nosh on. You know, we'll set up like a simple little bar. Sometimes if we're having a bigger gathering, we'll do a whole bar on a separate side. And then, you know, we'll put out some little nibbles and things. Sometimes I'll even ask people to bring some nibbles along as well. And, you know, it's basic stuff that we all like noshing on. Stuff that kind of makes your mouth water. And once you have that, you want to have one more cocktail after you have an olive or a little slice of salami. So, but it's as much to me, you know, the pretty, oops, there goes my beans on the floor. It's as much to me the pretty little setting that you're creating as it is, you know, the food that you're putting out. So, for example, a few of the little things that I do is I keep a whole bundle of candles like this in a drawer. And the great thing about it is I've always got them ready to go. So I'll prepare them ahead of time. I can open the drawer and I can set candles all over. So you see I've added a little height right here, which is wonderful. And now no one's going to burn their arm when they're reaching over your appetizers to get to something. That takes me a while. And I also keep a huge stash of pretty paper napkins or paper plates or, you know, whatever you've got. Collect little pretty ceramic plates and things like that, because the wonderful thing about that is you're always ready to go. I always keep a whole bunch of olives and lots of other little wonderful savory things. I try to keep cheeses on hand. I try to keep, you know, wonderful, you know, yummy, savory, salty chips and stuff like that. You know, and you might be thinking, potato chips in a buffet like this? Yes, absolutely. I guarantee you everybody will eat them. And there are so many cool chips now. I mean, there's all these cool cracked pepper ones and vinegar chips. So all that kind of stuff is always the first to go. And you might be thinking, oh, this is simpler than I think I should do it. But absolutely not. People love that kind of stuff. It can be any of that stuff that you think, you know, everybody would think is really fun. I also try to do something, you know, simple and special with my little dips and things. I'll take a little saucer like this, and I'll put it under a teacup, and I'll put dips in that, you know, because, and you could do, you know, 4 or 5 of these. And they can be dips you buy or dips you make, whatever, who cares, it really doesn't matter. You're going to just make it spectacular. Even having a little crudité is kind of fun. You could do, you know, take little glasses like this. And, you know, you could use different heights of glasses, and in one you could put little haricots verts, and another little pretty red peppers, you know, various things like that. That way people can easily grab one, dip, and take their bite, and they're, you know, ready to go. And I'll make some really simple little things. You know, for instance, these are simply, you know, wonderful little grape tomatoes wrapped with a piece of anchovy, which, you know, I love anchovies. And maybe they're not for you, but to me, that is just to die for. It could be whatever you think is, you know, that marvelous little taste that you've got. So add a little sparkle, get a big wine bucket out, put some pretty bottles in it. You know, think about your utensil holder. Grab some odd object that you've got that you could put your forks and knives and everything in. You know, that's very pretty. You know, the most important thing is that you're enjoying the moment. There's not a lot of fuss. There's no worries. You light a bunch of candles, and, you know, again, keep them in your drawer so you can grab them and set them out. Even put your napkins in some little pretty number like this, you know, whatever. I just think it helps the whole setting come together, and I even like putting the cheeses and things on just a basic board, you know, super, super simple, because I love the highs and lows of the sparkly glass, and then, you know, a little bit of silver, and then just wood is very, very pretty in there. And if you wanted to, you could put a pretty throw right across it. You know, whatever makes you smile, as long as when you're pulling the whole thing together, you're having fun, you're feeling inspired, and you know that the small gathering you're creating is just to allow somebody else to feel that much more special, and for you not to get stressed out and enjoy the process.